Hi, I'm Ryan Harms with Axion Growth. Today I have Patrick Murphy from Murphy Analytics. Patrick recently wrote a research report sponsored by Axion International. Patrick, how are you today?
Oh, just fine, Ryan. How are you?
Great. If you don't mind, I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions, give the shareholders a little bit of context on the research report that you wrote. And so the first question is, I think one of the more important aspects of the report is that you set a target price of about $5. Today it's trading at about $2.99, so I wanted to get your insights on how you came up with that number.
The $5 price target assumes that Axion is able to generate about 25 cents per share in earnings on about 36 million in revenue, roughly split between rail tie and bridge revenue. And I think given a $2 billion rail tie market opportunity and a bridge opportunity that's many times larger than that, I think that is achievable.
Right, that's a good point. Also, Axion's products, what's really interesting about it, and maybe you can give me a little more background on it, is that that's the thermoplastic, 100% recycled thermoplastic that they use can actually be used for many different things. Railroad ties just kind of happens to be one of the first markets that they're going into. What can you tell me about the product and what it can do and what's sort of interesting about it for you?
Well, the interesting thing about the Axion technology is, relative to alternatives, certainly in rail ties and bridges, and as you noted, in a range of other applications, not only is it environmentally friendly, it's also superior in terms of long-term economics. While the installation cost, the upfront cost may be higher, the product lasts longer, much longer, and so for an investor who's willing to make a long-term investment, or an operator that's willing to make a long-term investment, it's superior economics.
And speaking of long-term investors, I suppose there's nobody better than Warren Buffett. And I know he recently made a large investment in the railroad infrastructure. And I was wondering if you could give me an idea of how you think that Warren Buffett's investment relates to Axion and what's the relationship there, if any?
Well, yeah, certainly Warren Buffett's investing track record speaks for itself, and I think the fact that he's made such a substantial investment in Burlington Northern speaks to the long-term prospects for that industry, and and therefore for companies like Axion that supply the industry. The industry requires a tremendous amount of annual maintenance, both for bridges and rail ties. And it seems reasonable to expect that someone with Warren Buffett's approach to investing is going to be likely to make sound long-term decisions when it comes to maintenance and repairs.
Great. And beyond railroad ties, tell me a little bit about the demand that you see for Axion's products across various different markets, and both short-term and long-term.
Well, in the near term, the rail tie business is certainly in the billions annually. That's in the U.S. alone. Axion is also pursuing opportunities internationally. So, internationally it could be several times that. And with regard to the infrastructure, there's the potential to replace 100 bridges at Fort Bragg alone. So the military opportunity for Axion is tremendous, and not to mention the civilian opportunity is, in the tens of billions.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you, Patrick. That was really insightful. Thank you very much for your feedback, and thank you all for listening. And looking forward to speaking with you again the next segment of the Axion Growth video series. Thank you.